much.
And yes, Shiksha here is shocked by this headline. And I know it is more or less the same. DPLI is, I think it's the People Daily that talked about a tightening news around Gachagua.
News tightens.
Dead man walking, D-Day, what exactly are we talking about here?
Tightening news and death, more or less the same thing. You know, you can always trust the Star to call it as it is. And use language that is painting the picture of what is. If you read the stories about the reality that the signatures is already been collected, you know, they kind of loaded and ready to fire. So, yeah.
But then again, it's how morbid the headline is. Because death, D-Day, it's just an impeachment.
Political death, man. You know, when you're removed, assuming he's removed eventually, he'll be off current residence. He'll be not flying the flag anymore. And remember that our deputy president, this was a one-term MP and a first-term one for that matter. So should he be removed? And we know what impeachment did to Sonko and also to Waititu, you know, the implication. And actually, Sonko litigated this to Supreme Court, which upheld that if you've been impeached, you are not eligible to hold public office
in future.
So it's kind of death of a political career. But
then again, Gordon, if you look at it this way, yesterday the signatures collected, 250 of them, according to the Star.
Yes.
They were simply to support the motion, not necessarily to impeach him.
Yeah.
They only needed about 117. For them to insist on getting 250, they were going overboard. Is it just a show of might? Are they trying to scare the president into probably resigning so that he does not get impeached before the impeachment itself?
The politics is about drama, you know. So when you go to war and you show force, you kind of, it could be a statement to Gachagua to retreat in terms of his verbal diatribe he's been to against giving threats to the president, to this their political group, and the warpath has been. Remember in this the other interview in the other television channel, he had promised that he would embark on a ground tour on Mount Kenya, so to speak, to poison the ground for president and his allies. So I suspect that they went for this number just to tell him that, man, we are ready for this, and we have the numbers much more than you think. So you either retreat, you cooperate to the line, or we go for your
Because we've also seen the kind of verbalized threats against the deputy president.
Yes.
Tutakutoa, we will impeach you. And we wonder, if at all you're in a fight, and you know very well that you have the muscle and you can beat up someone, do you shout just like that? Do you keep on shouting and threatening how you will beat up the guy? So you just go ahead and beat him up?
Politics, as I told you, politics is about drama. It's about drama. You dramatize the things. You scare your target, and you also tell the public that even if you're whipped to supporting this man, you don't have the numbers. Here we will do it. We remember during the finance bill legislation, members of the public their voices were overwhelming against the bill. But we look at the signatures that were supporting it. Politicians pursue their interest to the very last nail, and I think the reason why they shout about it is also to drown the noise out of Gachagua's team, so to speak.
And then 250 MPs, that's definitely a super majority in the National Assembly. That says a lot, especially about the relationship now, the newfound relationship between Kenya Kwanza and ODM. Do you see this kind of alliance or convergence of might going on, and for how long? Politicians
are always on the same side or different sides depending on where their interests lie. So I think at this point in time, their interests are convergent. And I think it will continue as long as their interests remain convergent.